mystery writers. This is Write a Killer Mystery. I'm Zara Altair, and this is where we talk about making a good mystery great. Today I'm going to talk about plot or character. What drives your mystery? Like a standoff, the plot character standoff. Every story falls in the spectrum continuum between plot and character, and traditional mysteries are right in the middle. You need both plot and characters to create a rich, engaging story. A mystery needs a plot to lead your reader through the puzzle of solving the mystery, and the story demands that the author plant clues and keep the villain hidden until the very end at the reveal. And you want twists and conflict to add suspense, but a mystery relies on a sleuth to guide the reader through the puzzle, and the reader identifies with the sleuth through empathy, and readers want to follow the characters through the story. So you have a balance between plotting your story and developing your characters. So why plot a mystery? You'll speed up your time writing. That's the very first thing. You'll speed up your time writing when you work on your plot before you start writing, and you save a lot of rewrite time by fleshing out the plot and story outline before you write. So you won't end up taking out huge sections of your story and having to rewrite sections in the middle, and you'll know which clues and suspects your sleuth needs to find and interview, and how each suspect creates the conflict that creates twists and makes your sleuth rethink a problem and develop twists to keep your reader in suspense. So let's take a look at a few ways that you can implement plot in your mystery. External conflict is the bane of every sleuth. People lie, they misdirect, and they create obstacles that keep your sleuth from discovering the truth. And creating a storyline with obstacles of external conflict helps drive the story and keep readers wondering. So external conflict is very important in a mystery. And you can add all those conflicts and twists to your plot as you're planning your story out. And if you outline your plot points, you're going to meet reader expectations, and you'll create a tight and well-developed story. And as you begin writing, you'll have a detailed understanding of where the story is going. I think that's really important, because as you write, characters do and say things that you hadn't expected. And so one of the ways that you can keep your story on track is knowing where the story is headed. And it keeps you from getting sidetracked or following something that isn't that important to the overall story. It makes a huge difference. And as readers go along in your story, you can subvert their expectations with plot twists. Twists are really important. And you want to think about ways you can surprise your readers by taking the story in a new direction. Planning major twists sustains reader interest about your story and until the mystery is revealed. So plan those twists and know how you're leading up to them. Outlining your story really makes a difference in how you write. You're still going to have those writing surprises, but you're always headed in the same direction because you know where your story is going. So plotting beforehand helps you as a mystery writer settle on clues and create smoke screens with suspects and hide the villain until the end. Plotting really helps with this. And you'll find plot holes before you start writing and save yourself hours of rewriting because the story got out of control. It's just so easy to, when you're writing, to go in a direction that isn't really necessary to keep your story tight. So knowing the basic storyline helps you write each scene faster. And mysteries readers love a well-planned plot. They do. They love it. But then what about characters? Well, emotion connects readers with your story, and while plot drives the storyline, your characters create the emotional connection with your reader. And while your character may be tall or short, redheaded or brunette, their emotional makeup gets readers involved. And without character strengths and weaknesses, your story won't engage. It'll just be this happened and that happened and so characters give your readers a reason to care. So rich characters have backstory and the life they live before the story begins. And they arrive in your story with old wounds and triumphs, with family and friends and enemies and biases and personality traits. And character development with backstory makes your characters compelling. That your reader really starts engaging because they feel what that character is feeling. And while the plot develops the outer conflict, your character development focuses on the inner conflict, and it shows your reader it's not all smooth sailing for your sleuth. And while the mystery puzzle focuses your readers on the outer conflict, the plot, your reader engages with your character through their inner struggles. So you want some of each. You want outer conflict for the plot, or what keeps that story going, and you want inner conflict so your readers care about your character. And then your character's point of view shows your readers your character's opinions and what makes your character tick and how they see the world. And as your reader follows your sleuth, they respond to your character's view of the world. They may or may not agree with your character's view of the world, but that's okay. They at least know what it is and they get that emotional hit. Wait, why doesn't he like people in the slums or whatever it is? You want that emotional connection. So, and if you're writing a series, your protagonist sleuth and the supporting characters that surround him, like a sidekick, a mentor, a love interest, you need strong character development because as your series continues, you'll find yourself adding more details and more details to keep your readers engaged with your story. So story development creates a strong mystery, and plot and character development are essential to creating a good mystery. You want both plot and character development. And the time you spend working on conflict and twists keeps your story going. And when you create complex and opinionated characters, you heighten the reader's emotional engagement. Now, if you're new to writing, it may seem as though planning and development slow you down. But once you have your storyline and your character details in mind, you'll find that writing actually goes faster. You won't get stuck. You'll know where you're going, and you'll know how to paint the details of your character to keep your readers engaged. And I talked about Plotter a couple of episodes ago, and Plotter is a perfect tool to help you master both the plot line, the story development, the outline, and your character development. So you can click the link in the description below and you'll be able to get a free trial and experiment with Blotter. And also, I'm so excited because Audible is a sponsor for Write a Killer Mystery. This week, I'm listening to Stephenie Meyer's thriller, The Chemist, on Audible. So audiobooks are a great way for writers to study the genre and explore outside your genre. I don't write thrillers, but I love reading and listening to them. So you can get a free book and start a 30-day trial by clicking on the link below. So keep writing, and I will see you next time.